Hey, I'm Malinoski. We're here at the Hyperlite factory.
And we are in Seattle, Washington. Right now we're going through what we have up in store for 2009 in Rusty's board and my board, which are part of the D.I.N.E series. D.I.N.E stands for?
Design, innovation for a new era.
And what D.I.N.E really stands for is that it's putting components into our boards that really sets us apart. First off, like I said, we're made in the USA. We're some of the only boards that are made here in the States. And we're pretty proud of that. Also, we've got some things like Nova cores in Rusty's board. I've got a Hyperlite core with some carbon strips going into these things. But Rusty, tell us about what we're doing here today.
Well, today we're going to take you through, both of our boards are being built today, so we're going to go and start with some of the Merit cores and then finish up with the Murray mold. Alright, so here we are at the CNC machine, and right now they're cutting a couple of the Merit cores right now. This is called the Nova core. It's the newest, lightest core out in the market right now. I got the privilege to be riding this core on my board. It's snappier, it's so much lighter, it actually helps my riding. I truly believe that. After about 37 minutes in the CNC machine, you get a 136 Merit core. The way this is done is a lot different than the other boards that are made. This thing's actually programmed, cut by a computer, with all the other boards are shot through a mold. This can give you all the precise cuts and edges that we need for this board.
And this is what makes the Hyperlite. This is the Hyperlite core.
Hyperlite.
There it goes. Oh, is that too close?
Ah.
I want to take a bite out of it. Russ, I dare to eat some. Okay, so here we are doing the Murray core. You guys remember this thing? The expanding muffin foam? That's what turns this. That's what we get this out of that foam. What they do is they shut this press down right here. They inject the gun into it. You end up getting this. Then we take this core and we wrap it in some fiberglass cloth. What we're getting ready to do is we're going to take some resin and we're going to put it all throughout this board, and that's going to give us a lot of the strength of the board. Once we get that resin on, we take these PVT sheets. You kind of recognize this, right? We're going to take this sheet, top and bottom graphic go on it, they put it into another press, and they basically cook the board for a little while. And that's where you get your finished board. So, we're waiting for some resin to get over here, and we're going to start doing this thing up. It's like a big cake. Little costly cake. So what I'm doing right now is I'm spreading resin all over this fiberglass cloth, and this is where a lot of the strength from the board comes. So you want to make sure you get a real nice even coat. So I'm going to make sure that heat finishes this up. One important thing is the carbon strips. This gives the board a lot of snap, a lot of life. Gives it longer, keeps the snap in the board longer. Since the board gets rocker put into it, we decided we wanted these on the top of the board, so it keeps the board bent, more like a bow, like with a bow and arrow. It keeps the board really nice and tight. This ain't your mom and pop's wakeboard factory. Ready? Dun dun dun. You don't want to put any loose appendages in between here. It will get cooked off. That process we just went through of taking the core and putting the fiberglass and the resin, all the components that go into it, it's the same for the Merit and the Murray and pretty much all the boards. That's compression molded process. What's getting pressed there, it's pressing all the extra stuff, all the excess stuff out that it doesn't need. It only uses the amount that it just needs to use, so it keeps the boards nice and light but very strong. All this excess stuff hanging off here kind of looks a little ugly on the edges, so we're going to cut all that off. So let's go over to cutting and see how they do that. Here we are in the cutting room. This is where they're going to trim off all that stuff and really start making this thing look like a wakeboard. Right now we got Sesson running the bandsaw here. Let's see how he does it.
All right, you guys, we're at the end of the line, quality control, where every single board that comes out of your hand checked, boxed up, ready to go.
So signing off, I'm Shaun Murray.
I'm Malinoski.
Don't ever forget, we're the only ones that do this in the USA. Bringing it to you. See you on the water.